Boys and girls, children of all ages, prepare to go on a journey. That's what we're about to do right here on hashtag Rise and Grind. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. Let's do it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? Oh. How are you, my friend? Apparently, I wasn't ready. I clicked the wrong button. Let's go.
Hi, my name is Brad Wise. I'm the general manager here at Furman Chevrolet and Mazda in Brandon, Florida, near Tampa. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to describe for you what it's been like working with Glenn Lundy. Our goal here at the dealership is to sell 900 cars a month. It's going to happen, and we have a specific plan on how to get there. Two of the elements of that plan were, one, specialized knowledge. Find somebody who has done what you want to do and learn from that person. And number two, success leaves clues. Find somebody who's getting the results that you want and do those things, and those things will happen to you. Because those two elements have served me very, very well in my long career in the car business. And when I went on a search to find that specialized knowledge, Glenn Lundy fit that bill tremendously. He's been with us several months now, and he's definitely had an impact on our management team. I see a renewed spirit of the team, communicating with these guys and gals in a way that they're really engaged and enthused to improve. When you go into the showrooms now, you see a lot of high fives and slapping high fives and a lot of positive vibes in the air, which is the way that we want to run our dealerships. And bottom line is the team has really responded to Glenn. He does Zoom meetings once a week, and he comes in person and meets the team. He remembers everyone's name, and as soon as he walks into the showroom, a lot of the people just run up to him because they just want to get some time with Glenn. So he's done a fantastic job. But the best thing about Glenn is that he's done it. He knows all the growing pains that it takes to go from $200, 300 units a month to 900 units a month. And he's done it. And he's done it in circumstances that are harder than our circumstance. We're in a well-populated area, in a great area, booming economy, and selling a great brand. So anybody here that's thinking about utilizing Glenn's company for improvement, I would endorse him 100%. And we're going to sell 900 cars soon. And don't be surprised if it's maybe even next month. So nice speaking with everybody. Thanks.
After 22 years in the auto industry, I started to identify the fact that most of us have the same problems. Employee retention is always an issue, scaling our volume, overall profitability, and ultimately the dealership culture. Those can be very challenging areas of our dealerships. The biggest problem with our industry, though, is not that we don't know what our problems are. The problem is we don't know where to get the solutions so that we can push through, so that we can break through and continue to level up in our dealerships, in our communities, and ultimately the impact that we can have with our businesses. The reason for that is most people that are highly successful in the car business, they stay. They don't want to tell you. They keep the secrets. You know it and I know it. But that's why I created 800% Club. It's a group of dealers, owners, and general managers that come together every week virtually. We come together for an hour and we share the best practices, the strategies that it really takes to build a winning dealership. And trust me, I know. Former general manager of the second largest used car franchise dealership in the country. We grew the dealership 800% in just over 5 years, from 120 cars a month to ultimately selling 1,000. I want to be able to share those ideas and strategies with you in a group with 19 other dealers that are going to help you take it to the next level. Make sure you click the link, join 800% Club now, and let's get this going.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Hey, where's Gavin Gatehouse? That's all I want to know. I see Tina's looking for him. Maybe you guys could tag him. You could blow him up. You could be like, Gavin, we're looking for you this morning, Gavin. Hey, what's up, man? Dude, today is August 25th. That's right. It's Tuesday, August 25th, 2020. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it will ever be Tuesday, August 25th, 2020. So Miss Carrie Lynn Carter, I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Fair enough, Sarah Ball? Fair enough. Cool. Check it out, man. Yesterday was an awesome day. There's Gavin. I see him there. Yesterday was an amazing day overall. Just an incredible day. It started off yesterday with, we had a great episode of hashtag Rise and Grind. Kind of did a recap, took a deep breath. It was awesome. Then we had our hashtag Rise and Grind Elite Mastermind class, which was incredible. The Elite Mastermind class, we did that at 6:30 a.m. yesterday. Then a little bit later in the day, 2:30 in the afternoon yesterday, we had a interview with Claude Silver, which is the second in command for Vayner Media. Gary Vaynerchuk. What's up, Keith Hamilton? Gary Vaynerchuk's company, which was amazing. And Claude was just absolutely incredible. Thank you so much to all of you that jumped on, watched the interview with Claude yesterday, watched it on replay, shared it out, all of those things. It meant the world to me. Really meant the world to me. It was just a powerful interview with a powerful human. If you didn't get a chance to check it out, it's on. You can find it, on official Glenn Lundy. It's there. For those of you that are listening on podcasts, just search for Claude Silver, and you'll be able to find it that way. But for those of you that did get to meet Claude, did get to enjoy it, do me a huge favor. If you didn't do so yesterday, blow her up today. Just send her encouraging, powerful messages. Release. I mean, she talked about at the very end, just really focusing on blasting out your heart, blasting out love. And if you would just blast out that love to Claude Silver from Rise and Grind, let her know what we're all about. I would really appreciate it. What's up, Stephen Eugene Kuhn? Great to see you, sir. So thank you guys for all of that. But I hope you had a great day yesterday, Lewis. I hope you had an amazing day yesterday, Rodney. I hope you had an amazing day yesterday, Jeremy. And I hope it was a lot of fun for you because today, that's right, I don't know what that is right there that I'm doing with my hand. I guess I'm driving the car. I'm steering a steering wheel. I'm not real sure. That just kind of came out of somewhere. I don't really know where that came from. But today, there's work to be done. So we need to dive in. We need to get to work. Before we do, you know what we got to do? We got to dance. That's right. We got to dance. We got to dance. We got to dance. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that, Tina Bacon. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you. Yes, you, Tina Overfelt. Yes, you, Jeff Baker. Yes, you, Susan Rose, to hit that share button. There it is. Oh, that beat drops, and I love it every single time. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, Melissa Young Klein, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. As a matter of fact, Naomi Bussinger, I'm going to talk about my replay viewers right now. What's up, Stro Snyder, Kristen Tibbs, replay viewers. Judy Tebow is always in the house. Great to see you, Judy. What's up, Angie Lane? She's always in here on replay. How you doing, Michelle Tyson, Michelle Street, Elizabeth McCullough is in the house. What's up, Shauna Karsali? Great to see you. Tina Carroll, Becky Buckholtz, Chris Campbell, Brenda Lansdale, Alita Patrick, Nathaniel Greklek. What's up, Harlan Bauer? Kathy Camacho, all the way from Arizona. Vanjie Torres. Many more that watch on replay. I really appreciate you replay watchers. If you would do me a favor make sure you drop a comment so I can see you, so I know you stopped in. Right, Amy Bricker? Right, Krista Bug? Right, Aaron Lang? You guys know what's up, right? Don Sankey, David Olery? Go ahead and drop a comment so I can see you, so we can connect. Because that's what this is all about. Connection, right? Relationship. Developing that. Increasing that network. Growing together. I love that hit. What's up, Scott Simons? Scott Simons is out there. Brantley Soma doing his thing. I'm guessing Liza's probably out running right now. That's my guess. She's out there running. I'm about to be on that here in just a minute. Sarah Lee Ann, great to see you. Kim Fair and my man Josh. What's up, Mike Higdon? Michael Gazdick. All right, we're going to dive in. Janelle, Emily, Yaller. No trolls. No trolls in the dressing room. James Gavin, Gail B. Craft. Let's get it. We're going to dive in to this new series called Alter Ego. Starts today, Bill McLean. Let's get it.
Good morning, Rise and Grind. My name is Heather Parody, and I'm going to share with you a quick story about the alter ego effect in this orange belt. Are you ready for this? Now, I first heard of the alter ego effect when I picked up the book by Todd Herman, I believe is his name, a few months ago, and woo, my mind was blown. What is he talking about, an alter ego, another self? Isn't it interesting that athletes and entertainers have been using this for so long, and now it's becoming a little bit more normalized that high performers, people who want to overcome fear or build self-confidence, can use the tools within the alter ego to do so. So a few years ago, my little girl, her name's Lucy. Is that an awesome name? I love Lucy. Lucy decided that she wanted to try out martial arts. And when we took her in, one of the things that one of the senseis said is that they noticed that she had been a little bit timid. Now, Lucy's personality is a little bit more subdued and she's a little bit more bashful. She talks a lot. People she knows, but that's just kind of her natural state. And so one of the things they said is in martial arts, it was going to help her stand up a little bit straighter, hold her space, not change who she is, but become a little bit more confident in her own skin, because she had been kind of like this. We wanted her to feel like she could stand like this when she needed to, right? So what's interesting about martial arts and what I've seen over the past couple of years as she has put on a uniform is that it's not causing her to become anything different. She's not becoming Lucy. Instead, what it's doing is it's putting on this uniform that represents strength, power, confidence, and it's drawing that out of my little girl in the way that she expresses it in her own unique way that she was designed to do it. And the power of the uniform, having something physical that you put on, it's interesting how you stand a little straighter because you're a black belt in training. Yeah, my name's Lucy, but I'm a black belt in training with this on and with this and with your bow staff and those crazy nunchucks that you never want to give me because I'll knock you in the head with them. It's amazing what those things symbolize, and actually the process and the ritual of putting those on helps you stand a little straighter, helps you see yourself a little bit different. And I loved last week when we talked about Rebrand You. If you have not watched that whole series, it is worth watching through it on the replay. So good. And now that we're moving into alter ego, again, it's not changing who you are. It's stepping into what's already there. And so is it a uniform? Is it a little bracelet that reminds you of your grandmother who is so strong and powerful? Is it a briefcase that you have that makes you feel confident when you enter the room and talk to that person about making that sell? What is a physical thing that you can carry with you or put on that actually represents the energy that you want to bring into the room? And I know this sounds kind of silly, but guys, there's actually research that's been done about the power of, I think it's a momentum. Momentum is when you are building momentum. What is the word? Y'all comment and let me know. I'm struggling with this. a token that there's actual scientific research that some of these things actually changes you. Example, I believe in the book he mentioned that there was a study done where people actually put on lab coats, put on doctor coats, that they actually scored higher and more confident in decisions on IQ tests and strategy and logic because they were wearing that coat. That coat didn't do anything to them, but it helped them see themselves a little bit differently. So it's interesting. It's an interesting thing. Pick up the book, read it, but think through maybe something that you could carry with you or wear that's going to give you the confidence and help you step into that black belt, orange belt that you know you are deep down. I love you guys so much. Hope you all have an awesome day today. Today's going to be great. Let's set that intention right now. Where's Glenn? Let's get Glenn back in her.
So your mind is really, it's an amazing place. Your mind is an amazing place. And as we go through this journey of alter egos and understanding the different parts of self and how we can activate those, how we can charge those, right? How we can utilize those. As we go through this series this week, I'm going to have to get a little science on you. We're going to have to go into some education. We're going to have to do a lot of those things because you have to have a full understanding of your mind and the three different components that make it up in order for us to create some type of transformation in any of those areas, right? It all starts with competence. We have to have an understanding. That's why this show is motivation, education, and inspiration. We're not just motivating and inspiring. We're going to educate along the way. And by the way, I did want to mention to Sarah Ball yesterday when I brought on Claude Silver, who is just amazing. When I brought her on, the first thing she said is, I love that taco is right above my name, because when she first came in on the camera, there was her head, and right above her head it said taco, and she was super thrilled with that. So I thought I'd just share that with you, my taco loving friend. Hi Cheryl Graham, great to see you as well. So your mind is ultimately made up of three components. You have the subconscious mind, the unconscious mind, and the conscious mind. Three completely different components that each have a very distinct role that they play in your existence. Now, typically, what a lot of people don't know and understand is that the conscious mind, which is the alert, aware, rational mind, is only really in charge about 10% of the time. Your subconscious mind is in control 50% of the time, and your unconscious mind is in control 40% of the time. Now, knowing this might be alarming or surprising to some of you. But now that we know this, we know that our conscious rational mind is only in control 10% of the time. It might be beneficial to all of us if we start diving into that other 90% and get a full understanding of how that works, considering that's controlling our life 9 out of 10 times. Don't you agree? Go ahead and drop it in the comments if you're like, yeah, it'd probably be good to kind of control that 90%, considering that's what's going to make up 90% of my existence, right? Go ahead. You could throw a heart, you could throw a like, you could just be like, yeah, Glenn, I agree. Now move on, right? However you want to do it. So I don't want you to confuse, as we talk about the mind, John Paul Guidry, my man, as we talk about the mind, I don't want you to confuse the mind with the brain. All right, I know Mike McMullen's talking. He's watching right now. He's like, dude, how you gonna throw an ugly old human brain picture on the screen? For those of you that are listening on podcast, you might want to come watch the live videos, or maybe you don't because we have a hard, nasty brain on the screen right now. But I don't want you to confuse that mass between your ears, that actual organ, the flesh in between your ears. I don't want you to confuse that with the mind because these are two separate things, all right? The brain is a physical organ. You can touch it, you can feel it, you can smell it. The mind, on the other hand, is way less tangible. Good morning, Mr. Carter Myers. The mind is way less tangible. You can't really get your hands on it. It's not something that you can just grasp and touch and feel. It works in very mysterious and crazy ways. It controls the electricity, the energy, the karma, the feelings and the senses that you get that you don't understand, the hairs on the back of your neck that stand for no reason, the connections that you make with human beings and you don't quite feel it. You just call it electric. Things like that are all controlled in the mind. So the mind is can be confusing place. And luckily I've had many, many years where I've been able to really study the subconscious and the unconscious mind. And I'm going to be able to share these things with you so that you can get control, man. Because see, here's what you have to understand. When you don't understand the subconscious and the unconscious, you lose control. You lose control easily. You see, the conscious mind, that 10% that we talked about, the conscious mind is like all rational. Life makes sense, right? You're like 2 plus 2 is 4. A is followed by B, which is followed by C. If you look at the letters on my wall, it's rise and grind. These are all like conscious, rational, make sense thoughts. Right? All good. We can understand that. We can process that. But then when we start to get into the unconscious mind, so the unconscious mind is the place of dreams. See, it is the creator of your dreams. It is also, interestingly enough, it is also the file clerk of your life. So basically, as you go through your days, all information is getting stored in the unconscious mind. 72,000 bits of data a day is what they say is being processed by the unconscious mind. And it's being stored and it's being filed. It's all getting put away in different unique places. And when I say everything, I'm talking smells, sounds. Like if you're out for a run right now, everything, the impact of your feet on the pavement, the cars that are going by, the people that are in the area, the temperature that is in the air, the clouds or the sun that is getting ready to rise, the clouds in the sky, the sweat dripping off of your brow. All of those bits of data and information are being stored unconsciously. You don't even know that it's happening, but it's all being stored. It's all getting filed. It's all getting put somewhere. Every sense, every smell, every sound is being put together and organized in some fashion in your mind. Now, what's crazy is this is even happening when you sleep. As a matter of fact, it actually happens more when you sleep. The unconscious mind goes into like hyperdrive while you're sleeping. That's why your dreams get all jarbled with all types of different information. Willow, we woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, not last night, but the night before. Willow was screaming from across the house, "Mommy, Daddy!" Screaming, right? And I go running in there and I'm like, "What's going on, my dear?" And she says, "Daddy, there was a snake in my dream and it was coming down from the ceiling," and just like all of these crazy things, right? The dream, it's because your unconscious mind is trying to take all this data and all this information and it's in hyperdrive and it's trying to put it in places, but it ggets all mixed up. Yeah, Adam Parr, great podcast with you indeed. It gets all mixed up, right? Gets jarbled and confused as it's being filed and being stored. Lastly, on the list is your subconscious mind. So our conscious is rational, clear. 2 plus 2 is 4. Unconscious mind, not so rational, not so clear, a little bit jarbled, file system. Then we have our subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is ultimately a pattern detector. That's how I want you to think of it, all right? It is a pattern detector based on previous experiences. So, for example, if in your life, from the get-go, your experiences with dogs are that they are just sweet and cuddly and man's best friend, and they're so joyful and playful, and they lick your face and all of those good things, then your subconscious mind has programming. It's basically saw the pattern that dogs are good. Dogs are great. However, if at some point in your life, maybe early on, especially when you're most influential, you had an experience with a dog that was the opposite, where he was scary, he was fierce, he was mean, your subconscious mind is going to store that pattern and say, dude, dogs are bad. Get away from the dogs, stay away from the dogs, dogs are bad. And it creates this thought process, this behavior that you will continue to reinforce for the rest of your life. Another example in the, subconscious mind is, like pain. Like say, for example, you have some type of painful situation. Something happens like you're riding a subconscious mind absorbs that, and it takes and it processes the hardwood and the bicycle and the environment and the people that were all around. It takes all of that data and it files it all together. It stores it to create a pattern in your life. You see, most of your mental patterns that you have, they're really created from a survival instinct. It's like, hey, don't mess with that dog again. You're going to die. Hey, don't ride your bike like that again. You're going to die, right? Like that's how most mental patterns are created in the subconscious. It's a crazy place though, man. I'm telling you, it is a crazy place, the subconscious, because nothing is rational. Nothing makes sense. In the subconscious mind, 2 plus 2 can equal a hard-boiled egg. In the subconscious mind, a snake and a ceiling mixed with a fire pit and unicorns flying in the background makes sense in the subconscious. In the subconscious mind, there's zero rationality. None. Zip. Nada. It's only rational in the conscious. But see, here's the thing, is the subconscious mind, this irrational mind that exists 50% of the time, that we are responding to 50% of the time, it kicks in when we're drunk. It kicks in if you get high. It kicks in when you're in pain. It can kick in when you're in love or any other extreme emotion. It can kick in. And when it does, whatever that pattern it sees, whatever it gets stored there in that subconscious mind, that now becomes how you operate 50% of the time. 50% of the time, based on those programs that have been put in your subconscious mind. So the reason that we have to talk about this, see, you have to understand that everything that's stored in your subconscious and has been from the day that you were born until this morning as we speak. Anytime you're in an emotional state, angry, upset, high, drunk, exhilarated, extreme emotion, anytime, things have been programmed, patterns have been created in your mind, and those patterns will show up again and again and again for the rest of your life, unless we do something about it. You see, some of you had parents that yelled at you and screamed at you and made you feel small when you were young. Others of you have fears that were implanted at different times and seasons in your life that are holding you back from your greatness. But I have good news for you. The good news is, once we can wrap our minds around this, once we can get an understanding, once we can identify those pre-programmed patterns, once we can identify how your subconscious is controlling different areas of your life, once we can identify that, we can do something about it. We can reprogram. It doesn't have to, that all hope is not lost. Just because it's always been that way doesn't mean it can't change, because, see, you are far more powerful than you give yourself credit for. See, you're not just some random crazy human walking on the earth. You're actually a child of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And he made you with unique gifts and abilities that we can extract once we get a better understanding. So tomorrow and Thursday, make sure you come back, because we're going to dive in to how you identify these patterns, how you break free of the patterns, how we reprogram those patterns so that you can get to the next level, whatever that next level looks like for you. Because, see, you have to understand that as a child of God, the God of the universe, right, the decisions that you make today and the actions that you take, they matter. They have worth and they have value. You see, it makes an impact in other people's lives, your friends, your family members, your coworkers. You showing up here today has made an impact on me. Seeing you, Joan, this morning is incredible. I appreciate you sharing this space and this time with me. Cindy Conley, I appreciate you sharing this space and this time with me. Pam Woosley, I appreciate you spending this space and this time with me. See, it makes an impact. It matters. So we're going to get this straight this week, a better understanding, so that you can start to power through and make even more of an impact to all of those that are around you. Listen, I stinking love you, man. I do. I love you dearly, so dearly. So stick with me this week. It's going to be amazing. If you need more videos right now, you can go to glennlundy.com. You can always go there. There's plenty of videos up there for you. But most importantly, go out and have an amazing day today. Have an amazing day today. All right? And then come back here again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. because we're going to do it all over again on #RISEANDGRIND. Fun this week. That's right. Get out of here. See ya. Go blow Claude up, right? Go love on her. Blow her up. Rise and grind style. That's what I'm talking about. Get after it.